I'm Blake Barker here with head men's basketball coach Keith Diebler. Coach, obviously you've had some success in your coaching career. Could you just give me, an estimate amount of years and teams that you've coached?
Well, I've coached since 1979, and I've been blessed with coaching at probably 8 to 9 different schools.
Okay, that's amazing. So obviously with all those years that you've coached, there's had to have been some scary moments, Is there any player, that stands out as scary or intimidating to you?
Never had any players that really were intimidating to me or scary, but I've had some really strong personalities that maybe were intimidating to the other teammates as far as leadership and things like that.
Okay. Obviously shying away from the scary side, there's got to have been some bright moments, funny moments. Could you share one of those moments with us?
Probably the funniest moment, I was at Gibsonburg, and the varsity players were over, and we were actually having a card tournament the night before a game, and it snowed. And it snowed so much that we thought they were going to cancel school, and they did cancel school, but all the guys probably stayed over at my house. My wife wasn't too upset about that, but they stayed, and we must have played cards till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and at 11 o'clock, we got a call that we were going to play our game that night. So everybody hurried home, got some extra sleep, and we ended up playing a game after that evening.
Wow. So obviously you being a coach, is there any coach out there that, inspires you or that you look up to?
Probably in the 70s and early 80s, a high school coach named Jim Bauer, he coached at Winford. College coaches, I've been blessed with who my sons have. Thad Mata's back at it again, and they upset Kansas State last night, who was undefeated at Butler. And I have to say, I really admire Homer Drew. He was at Valparaiso, where my son Jacob played.
Nice. So obviously with how long you've been coaching, the game of basketball, has changed. How do you think the game has, evolved?
Well, the most significant change occurred in 1987 when Ohio instituted the three-point shot. That definitely, I would say, was the biggest change. The biggest change that affected me was the coaching box. That was kind of a little bit of I was taken back by that a little bit.
Okay, so that also brings me to our next question. You kind of answered one. Could you give us, the biggest rule change? Obviously you said the coaching box, but, for the players, rule change, fouls, anything like that?
Probably the biggest changes has been interpretation of traveling, that Euro step now. And I think that's whether you carry the ball or don't. Those are sometimes just judgment calls that do affect players, and they seem to they come and go with it defensively, whether you can have your hands on somebody or not.
All right, well, that's all the questions I got for you today. Thank you for your time.
You bet.